Good morning. It is day 27 of the Beginner Baby Steps, and we are talking about menu planning. So, a couple of days ago, we decided that we were going to start cooking our dinner at a reasonable hour. We were going to start thinking about what we were having for dinner. Now, menu planning helps us to actually know what's for dinner. Because I don't know about you, but I'm fed up of sitting there going, I've got no idea. I have no idea what's for dinner. And then taking forever to decide what's for dinner, and then it being a ridiculous time by the time I get to eat, because it's taken that long for everyone to go, oh, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that. So, menu planning. We do this in advance, so we know what's for dinner. It helps us make a shopping list, which actually means that we save money as well, which is always a bonus. And it just makes our life a little bit easier. And also, because we're all about making our lives easier, we are not going to be dragging out every single recipe book we have in the house and flicking through and going, oh, no, or making that silly noise. We're going to start simple. We're going to start with things our family eat. So I know one way that is recommended by Fly Lady and Diane in Denmark is to actually sort of reverse meal plan. So you write down everything you've been eating for a couple of weeks and then base that, base your menu planning around that kind of survey that you've done. Another way that I've actually started doing in the past few months is it's actually something I read about. I think it might originally have been on the Fly Lady website, and we are talking years ago. I remember which house I was living in when I first discovered this method, and I remember being like, what, really? No, not doing that. And then I came across it again a few months ago, and then this time I thought, you know what, various other ways of menu planning have not worked for me. We have just tried so many times to menu plan and it's gone by the wayside. So let's give this one a go. And this method of doing it is to as well, basically we're meal planning for a month. And the way we do it is we sit down with our families and we brainstorm categories of foods. For example, pasta and Italian, roast dinners, vegetarian dinners, Indian dinners, breakfast for dinners, which is actually a fantastic idea. And it doesn't just mean cereal and toast. Honestly, there are so many things you can have. And so you brainstorm categories of food, and then you think, well, what meals do we eat? What categories can they go in? And we have a comfort food category, so we've got things like shepherd's pie, toad in the hole, stuff like that. And once you've got these categories, you aim to get your 5 or 6 at the minimum for these categories, by the way. Once you've got these categories, you assign a category for a day of the week. Now, I have a category called New Recipe Wednesday, and that's the day that I can pull the cookbooks out. So I'm actually only looking for 5 maximum new recipes a month. So it's not taking forever to think, what am I having? It's just 5 recipes I need to look for. And so you put your categories, and then you just plop in meals. It's that simple. The longest time it takes is that initial brainstorming session. The rest of it is just literally a case of writing it down. It takes minutes. So, with that in mind, this is what we've started to come up with for February. I haven't finished it, to be honest. I'm going to be honest. I really procrastinated yesterday and I left it far too long. So I was just like, right, quick. It is literally 9 o'clock at night. Let's just quickly scroll down this coming week's menu so I can get a shopping list together, because I go shopping on a Thursday. So let's just have a little look at that. So as you can see, I have written down my menu plan there. Please ignore the fact that this says your breakfast and quick stroke easy, and I've got gammon and carbonara. That is a carry-on from last month. So if I just, so as I say, it's a carry-on from January. Okay. As you can see, I'll just show you January as the example. So I've got those categories at the top there. And then we've just literally popped in our ideas. And then I even wrote out the shopping list for each week in advance. And that is as simple as that. As long as I don't leave it till 9 o'clock at night, I can literally do this super quick. And as I say, we can write down the shopping list for each week in advance, and then we just tweak it, the night before we need to go shopping. And it is that simple. And it's on the fridge. I don't get anybody going, what's for dinner? And if I do, I go look at the menu. And yes, sometimes it needs tweaking because life happens. For example, I completely forgot that it was Burns night, and I wrote down paella. And then, about the week before, I was like, oh, no, we're not having that. Oh, it's Burns night. We're going to be having haggis. So as I say, it can be tweaked. It's always best to have something, in just in case something happens and you just really can't have whatever it is you've planned. But if you've got the menu plan, it makes your life so much easier, and you can relax knowing what's for dinner. Anyway, that's that. I'm about to go have some breakfast because it's stupid o'clock in the morning and I haven't had my breakfast yet. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.